Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another movie review. So last week, having rewatched Man Mission Part 1 after a very long time, I definitely had to rewatch Man Mission Part 2 this weekend. Man Mission Part 2 is also titled as Man Mission Part 2 Aces Go Places, and this is the big one. This is the one that I remember the most, having watched it several times as a kid growing up in Kuwait. I remember one of my friends growing up, his name was Sujit. He was 2 years younger than me. He lived right opposite my apartment. He and his sister and I used to watch it several times. Mostly it was me and Sujit, but his sister used to join us a few times. My sister's seen this movie many times as well. My dad and mom have seen this movie several times as well. So it's kind of like a family favorite, along with friends and neighbors' favorite as well. I think Sujit and his sister's mom and dad also watched them, during those years, because we watched it over and over again. So this one is came out in 1983, and in the beginning of the movie, for some reason, you see the same scene which that you see in part 1, where Sam comes and steals the jewelry from the illegal dealing that's happening in Hong Kong. But that's actually not part of the movie. Somebody has set him up for a jewel. Apparently he stole diamonds from some wealthy people in the US who have investments in Hong Kong, but in reality he actually didn't do it. So the Americans send over a killer named in the Hong Kong version, or the Cantonese version, it's actually a mobster named Black Gloves. Just like you had white gloves in the first movie, you have black gloves in this movie. But in the dubbed version, he's actually called Filthy Harry, and he does look like Clint Eastwood. He has the cowboy hat, the one that Clint Eastwood used to wear in at least a couple of the films. He chews on a cigar, and he even talks, the guy who's dubbing it is trying to talk like Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood. So that was actually funny. So Filthy Harry is the main villain in this movie. So they send him across to Hong Kong to try and get the diamonds back from, and they believe Sam is helped in this endeavor by his friend Cody Jack. So Sam is innocently walking back to his apartment when some of the effects in this movie are, I think they were ahead of their time. So this robot has they assemble a robot. These villains assemble a robot by having the feet like helicopters, and they go inside. They crash into the apartment and then become transform into feet. The body is flies in separately. Then the head pops out, and it's a huge metal robot, kind of like a Grandizer kind of thing. And of course, the Chinese were top notch in these kind of things. So it hides in his apartment. When he comes in, it attacks him, and then he has to fight against it. His methods of fighting are sometimes a little silly, but he hits the. They have a lot of weapons from the robot. It hits him. Tries to kill him. In the end, he smashes his old clunky television on top of the head, and it explodes. He jumps out, and this movie, like I said, is also a spoof of James Bond. So he's got a lot of gadgets. He's got a bike that, when it falls into water, turns into a motorboat kind of thing. So awesome setup with all that stuff. So he goes to find Cody Jack and Hot Tom, who are actually getting married, and he was supposed to be there. He crashes not crashes, but he goes to the wedding completely drenched, and he tells them, and initially he's asking for help while the ceremony is they're trying to get married. So then he leaves. The cops are trying to catch him. He hides in their apartment and asks for Cody Jack for help. Cody Jack and Hot Tom for help. So they do. So he's also being set up by this beautiful girl. I can't remember the name of the actress. I don't believe she is actually Chinese. She may be European, or her name is Susanna Valentino. I don't really know where she's from. I tried to look up some information on her. She was very cute. She had these curly 80s style hair. I'm trying to think of some actors. I have seen a couple of actresses with that kind of hairstyle. I can't think it off the top of my head, but if you would definitely have seen it if you've seen 80s stuff. So she goes, pretends that there is the Chinese mob is like some guy, I don't really remember his name. I think maybe Fatty, I'm not sure, and he's trying to set Sam up. So she comes in saying that she's being chased. Sam goes, fights those guys. Sam is pretty good at martial arts, so he fights them off, and then Sam is like I mentioned in the first movie, he goes gaga over a beautiful girl, and he falls head and shoulders over her. And she says she's got to go to the bank before it closes. She needs to get some money out, so she comes with him. She sets him up. She buys him some flowers, roses, and stuff. Put them in the box. So you see that the box kind of looks, rectangular box. And what happens is, she goes to the bank. She's actually, stealing money from the bank, and she makes the staff over there think that he's wearing a gun. He's got a gun with him, and so they put all the money that they have into her bag, and she steals it. He gets stuck there. He realizes he's been duped. So once again, he's on the run. So he and Kodiak go and crash into the building where the mob kind of people are there, and then they find once they're caught, they goof it up, and obviously it's Kodiak's fault. So he tells them that I'll split the money with you guys, but I need you to get it. So Sam has no clue where they are. So they still believe that he knows where it is, and they're trying to get it back. In the meantime, you also have the Europeans or the Americans who they were with Filthy Harry behind him. There's a lot of chase scenes and a lot of that stuff. So they're basically trying to find the diamonds and get it back before Sam is killed. And there's also a mental patient. I really remember this part quite a bit. So the actor's name, apparently he is a little bit famous, I guess, because it says special appearance by Sui Hark, and he's a mental patient. He makes Sam believe initially, and then later on he makes Kodiak believe that he's a FBI agent, and even he's got a badge that says FBI, and he's actually a mental patient who's, whenever he says FBI, liberty and justice, truth or something like that, he keeps escaping from the mental asylum, and whoever they are from the hospital, they come to apprehend him, but he puts Sam and this guy into trouble quite a bit. There's a fantastic fight scene where finally they're actually going to try and get the diamonds in this particular. I think it's somewhere on the water, and while Sam goes there to actually Sam and Kodiak, they're strapped with bombs on their chest that will go off in 3 hours unless they're removed. And there's an awesome fight scene that happens. When I say fight scenes, there's another huge robot that actually comes, and Sam has got a set of wonderful robots, not robots, mostly toys that have actually weapons in it, and that's an amazing scene. I think I absolutely love it watching it once again, but as a kid it blew my mind as to what he actually had. So now I still love it, but yeah, it doesn't blow my mind. But yes, back then, for some movie that was set in 1983 or made in 1983, and I think I watched it mainly from 85 to 87, or maybe 84 to 87. It really did blow our mind. So that's the kind of gadgets and things that they have. And then towards the end, his bomb, the strap actually comes off, so he's saved. But then he has to go and get Kodiak. Kodiak is with several cops, and they put him in a special protection area where Hot Town is saying goodbye to him. But at the same time, they know that they're not able to do it, and finally, he says his goodbyes. But it's the mental patient who comes and cuts the wires off, and then I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly what happens at that point, but it's the superintendent of police. He's a police chief. he also gets knocked out in the explosion, and he and the mental patient, he also goes mental, and he goes off with the mental patient, making siren noises and stuff. That's hilarious, and the movie ends with Sam, just on hands on hips, just staring at the both of them because he doesn't know exactly what happened. Um, and the other aspect is the Susanna Valentino, who's an absolute cutie. There are a lot of funny scenes involved with she finally actually falls for him, for Sam, and she comes onto his side. Well, there's a scene on Valentine's Day where she and Sam are on a date, and Sam asks Kodiak to come and pretends that because he's had a big fight with his wife Hot Dog based on a misunderstanding. He's actually quite innocent, but she hits him hard on the back of the head. Kodiak is bald, and with a baseball bat, and he actually falls into the soup, and it kind of like almost drowns in the soup, which is the funniest thing can ever happen. But only Kodiak can actually do that. Carl Maika is hilarious, and there's a big fight scene with some guys over there because when some of the guys try to get fresh with Hot Dog, and these guys are fighting, and the beautiful Susanna Valentino is also there to cheer Sam on, and there's some chick from I don't know where she comes up and she starts fighting. She's amazing in that movie. Again, she's got this similar kind of curly hairstyle. So I think those two women, Susanna Valentino and the unknown chick, I don't know who she is, but they were awesome, and probably some of my earliest crushes. Anyway, this movie is absolutely fantastic. I cannot find fault with this movie. It's rather amazing. Let me tell you, there are two versions for these movies. I have both versions downloaded from a site that lets you download movies. I'm not sure how genuine it is, but these are pretty old movies. So like I said, I'm trying to get the DVDs as well. But there are two versions. One is the version that I grew up with, which is completely dubbed. There is another version, the extended version, because there are a lot of scenes which I've not seen in the first and second movie. And those extended versions don't have the dubbing, which is really odd, because you'll have one scene and the things happening and it's all in Cantonese, and then suddenly it changes to English, and that's because it's the extended version. So apparently only the shorter version got dubbed, but the version that I'm currently watching has got both. Okay, so I'm getting the hiccups all of a sudden. Excuse me. And my battery is about to die. So that's it for now. For the rating for this movie, it's a pretty much fun movie. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I enjoy this movie so much, and I hope you do too. So take care, guys. Please try and watch this movie because according to me, it's one of the must-watch movies of all time. Thank you, guys. Good night.